you check the children? Show a little match sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes. That is what
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Marcia Barker.
And I'm Jaime in Fuego, and myself and Marcia back at you with another Patreon review. And this finally completes the process of the shared universe of the Sharknadoes and the Lava Lantula films. Yes, finally. But I was entertained by Two Lava, Two Lantula from 2016, a returning Steve Guttenberg, and also a couple other familiar faces. This is about as silly Sci-Fi Channel as shit can get.
It was so... Like, I don't even know if I even paid attention to the spider aspect of it. I just couldn't get past, like, the dialogue.
Which is so deliberately hammy.
Yeah, and just, like, I couldn't even count. I should have, on a piece of paper, should have started telling all of the, like, movie quotes.
So many.
And, you know, references, because there was, like, every other line was just, like... Did they just really quote that movie?
Yeah.
Did they just do that? Like,
whether it was Indiana Jones and the spiders, I hate spiders, or whether it was Pulp Fiction, Zed's dead, or I mean, so many different bits here and there. And yeah, it was really funny the fact that Guttenberg, he's filming this movie at the very beginning, and he's playing a cop, and of course I'm thinking Police Academy, and his co-star was the guy who made all the noises in Police Academy, which is so funny. So that was entertaining in that regard, and you've got
Red
some
Rocket,
other,
his superhero.
Yeah, which is from the previous movie, which is referenced in this, but he doesn't redon that costume or anything. This was a lot of rehashing in comparison with the previous one that took place in California. This time it's in Florida, which I guess makes sense to a degree.
Yeah.
But yeah, cheese, man, pure cheese. And we're not talking like a nice Gruyere. We're talking like American processed cheese food, Sci-Fi Channel sort of. Yeah, Kraft dinner. But Media Kraken, man, I was still entertained with the sheer idiocy of this movie. There's another, just like in the previous film, there's another female character who gets bit and has like the gestating from the burn going down. So that was okay. It was fine. The effects are just as bad as in the previous one. The spiders do not look particularly good. Don't expect a lot of gore. But if you come in like open-minded, looking for something just purely goofy, I think you can have fun with this.
I had fun with it.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, it was just like, it was a good comic relief between two like heavier bit movies. So, like, I was just having fun just listening, like watching it. But I'm like also like hearing these like one-liners that are just like, man, that was so bad, or like, oh my god, you guys are cracking me up, just because it was like, it was just so over the top. But it was like, I would say compared to like mid, like, you know, you have like 6 Sharknadoes. I feel like Two Lava, Two Lantula was like maybe like as cheesy as like 3 or 4 of that. So it was like right in the middle of the cheese of the Sharknado.
Agreed.
Like, it wasn't too off the rails, but it was enough to be like, oh, okay, that was enough.
Yeah, I honestly feel like in these two films, both the previous one and the sequel, I think the laughs actually hit a little bit more for me in the Lava Lantula films than they did in some of the weaker Sharknado films.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I thought this was funnier, including, like, you said Guttenberg is funny at times, but then he's so deliberately over the top at times, like when he gets a phone call from a particular character who I recognize from a franchise, and I know you wanted to bring this up, right?
Yeah, so, so especially if you've been watching Netflix, or,
Netflix.
It's
on Netflix now.
It's on Netflix
It migrated
now.
over there from YouTube.
So Kreese from the Karate Kid franchise is the colonel that's trying to fight the Lava Lantulas, and he even makes a reference, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. And I was like, are you serious right now? It was great, because I just finished watching the last
4th season, right? I still haven't watched it. God damn, I need to.
And I'm all like, and it's just, I was like, is that Kreese? Oh my gosh, and he said it. There we go. It completed my night.
Yeah, and his banter back and forth with the very stereotypical director who's doing the clown cops or whatever film. Yeah. He keeps calling him General, and he's like, it's Colonel, and then back and forth between them, the banter was funny. So, as over the top, but when the big main spider that they have to destroy at the very end, and Guttenberg he titles it a Gargantua-lantula. I'm like, this is that kind of movie. And then even in the end, he's like, Gargantua-lantula, or he's like, yippee-ki-yay, Gargantua-lantula, and I'm just like, good Lord.
And I get it, I get it, because, like, your Sharknadoes, you have the celebrity, like, cameo, so they had to do something similar, and, like, well, if these are all actors, then why not have them do these fun little one-liners that reference different pop culture, movies? So
the films they're parodying, obviously, to a degree. So
right. So it was appropriate, and it was a lot of fun. I don't know if I could do another one. Like
I'm relieved it's over, but nonetheless, I still have fun.
Yeah.
So that's all that really matters, right? So
it is.
It's like what, 82 minutes, And,
and not very long at all.
Yeah,
and,
not at all.
I think if you are looking for something really light and fun, then this is definitely a good choice. But I kind of wish I ended my night last night watching it, because it would have been like, okay, I'm good to go. This is great. But I ended up on a much heavier movie, which was
another
a bad
Patreon.
choice. But I'm like, oh, I should have ended with Lantula. But yeah, it's if you're into the type of franchise, it's definitely worth watching. There's no warning labels on this. There's nothing way over top that's gonna trigger you. Unless,
and it's not super
fear spiders or something.
and it's not super gory, and it's not wrought with it's very PG-13, made for TV sort of stuff, so it's nothing too insane if you're like some younger kids you have watching along with you or something like that. It's relatively appropriate, I guess. So.
Yeah, this is definitely a series I can let my kids watch. They enjoy it. So.
Yeah, it was that right kind of goofy, I would say. So, Media Kraken, thank you so very much, and Marcia, we made it through the Sharknadoes and all the lava-lantulas. Hell to the easy. If you have a goofy horror series that you would like to recommend us to review, you can find it, all the links below in the Patreon stuff. You can tell us what to do, make some of those silly suggestions. We're game. Bring it on, guys.
Bring it on. Make sure you get that high tier, though.
Yes.
You gotta really pay us for it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this is the way. This is the way.
This is known.
But if this does migrate over to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe and share. We appreciate the support, and same with the patrons. But until next time, Spooky Ookies, I've been Jaime and Fuego.
And I'm Marcia Parker.
And remember, stay
scared.
Yippee-ki-yay, Gargantua-lantula.